Waalaikumsalam.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Clara Chayani. I'm here is affirmative team. Yeah. In this, the topic is sport should be included in the national curriculum. Integrating sport into the national curriculum is essential because it cultivates vital 21st century skills that traditional subjects often fail to develop adequately through sport. Students learn strategic thinking, teamwork under pressure, rapid decision making, data analysis, and advanced digital literacy. These competences are highly transferable to future careers in technology, business, engineering, and the creative industries. Moreover, regular participation in structured sport activities can enhance cognitive abilities such as focus, memory, and problem solving. In an increasingly sport, preparing students with these skills through the formal education system is not optional but a strategic necessary for Indonesia's competitiveness in the global economy. Additionally, incorporating sport into the curriculum will significantly boost student engagement and address the problem of low motivation in confrontational schooling. Millions of Indonesian youth already dedicate countless hours to gaming every day. By formalizing sport in school, we can transform this position into a productive educational tool that promotes healthy competition, sportsmanship, discipline, and even physical fitness through proper training readiness. Countries like South Korea and China have already successfully integrated sport into their educational system and repeat their benefit in terms of youth development and industry growth. Indonesia should follow suit to reduce dropout rates and encourage graduates who are both skilled and passionate about their future profession. In conclusion, placing sport in the national curriculum represents a forward-thinking and practical step toward modernizing Indonesia's education system. It equips students with relevant future skills, increased engagement, channels digital hobbies into structuring learning, and positions our national to excel in the rapidly growing global sport industry. Therefore, this is time for us to stop viewing gaming as a mere distraction and start recognizing sport as a valuable education asset that our students truly deserve. Okay, I think enough for me. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Hi everyone, my name is Rizka Alania and today I would like to share my opinion about sport for people to our national curriculum. Nowadays, sport is very popular, especially among students and young people. Some people think it should be included in the national curriculum. However, in my opinion, sport should not be included in the curriculum. This is because it can be addictive and time-consuming. Students may spend too much time playing games instead of focusing on their studies. For example, many students stay up late playing games, which can cause lack of sleep and reduce their concentration in class. In addition, it can also affect their physical and mental health. Another reason is that students need to develop more important academic skills. the negative effects are still not more significant. Therefore, I believe that e-sport is not suitable in the national curriculum. That's all for me. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
In this day, or in this afternoon, good day. So, I wanna give my opinion or maybe argument for the thesis. It should be terminated from college. So, I think a final assignment is important, but it does not always have to be a thesis. That does not mean we should erase the thesis completely. The thesis exists for a reason. It is a formal work of research learning and discovery. When done well, a thesis contributes knowledge that deserves to be read by others, by academics, by future students, by society. It offers important and relevant findings. However, we must admit that a traditional thesis is not always relevant to every field of study or program study. For a design student, a portfolio may speak louder than 100 pages of text. For a film major, a short film can demonstrate mastery better than a research paper. For an entrepreneur, a real business plan with results might matter more than a theoretical study. The world has changed. We are modern. Most people now live through digital devices. So why cannot final assignment change too? If a thesis does not fit the program, we should prepare the final assignment into other forms. It could be a published video essay, a public exposition, a working prototype, or research upload through social media to reach wider audience. The former show has the discipline and times. So, to conclusion, the thesis should not be erased or terminated. It still has value, but it should not be the only mandatory path for a final assignment. Universities must allow flexibility. There are many ways to demonstrate mastery, to contribute knowledge, and to complete a degree, even if the thesis has been our long-standing tradition. Tradition should guide us, not limit us. Thank you.
Oke, nah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today, I stand as the affirmative team to argue that sports should be included in our national curriculum. Education must always adapt to the development of the modern world. In this digital era, technology and gaming are already part of student daily lives. Sport is not just about playing games, but it also involves strategy, teamwork, skill, and critical thinking. Ignoring this skill means ignoring opportunity for students to develop relevant skill for the future. In sport, important skills as teamwork, strategy, and quick decision making. These skills are useful in real life. In addition, sport also offers career opportunities. Many students, if they are interested in gaming and this field, has already become a global industry. Opponents might cite the sport and make students difficult to learn. However, I disagree with this idea because ethics in the when there is no contact.
Oke, nah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Morning everyone.
Morning.
I will talk about why having a driving license does not always mean someone is a self-driver. Driving license is just a permit to drive, but it does not guarantee that a person will be careful or responsible under the law. Passing a driving test only shows that someone knows the basic skill to drive. It does not show their attitude in real situation. In fact, some drivers still use their phones, driving tests, or break traffic rules. You can also see that many accidents involve drivers who already have license. This shows that having a license does not always mean someone is a safe driver. Accidents often happen because of careless or misbehavior. For example, there was an accident in Bekasi. A driver forced his car across a railway crossing when a train was coming. This caused a serious accident. The driver may have had a license, but he was not careful. This shows that breaking traffic rules can be very dangerous, even if someone has a license. So, a driver license is not proof of safety. What really matters in discipline, responsibility, and good behavior on the road. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today I want to talk about the thesis in this course I achieved with the research economics. In my opinion, thesis solves problems fundamentally. A thesis is a final research project that studies most complex graduate. Although it has been used for a long time, it might not be relevant for all studies. First, writing a thesis can cause stress and pressure. Many studies feel overwhelmed and daily derivation. For example, in Indonesia, it is very common to hear that studies say that thesis is very stressful. Second, it is not relevant for all career paths. Not all students will work in research or academic fields. For example, studying in business or communication may need practical skill more than reading research paper. It takes a lot of time and effort. Statement my speed phones or even your conflict in this time could be used for internship or real world skill. For basis, focus more on theory as a result when graduates still feel unprepared with the workforce. Lastly, there are better alternatives. For example, intensive projects and not always are more practical and less useful for future planning.
Oke.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
I'm standing here to deliver my opinion about thesis shall be terminated. I'm standing here as the opposite team. So, thesis is shall not be terminated because it is become critical thinking as a proof of critical thinking and research skill for bachelor degrees. The thesis is primary tool for teaching students how to think systematically and analyze data critically and solve complex problems, which it is skill that are signature of a bachelor degree. So, as a bachelor degree, we have to make the thesis as a proof skills. And it is as a proof that we have academic integrity. Eliminating thesis requirement help lower the value of a baccalaureate degree. A thesis serves as proof that student is capable of making an original intellectual contribution to their field. And the last, thesis is as a standard of excellence. Writing a thesis builds resilience and discipline. Without it, graduates may struggle to compete without making thesis, graduates may struggle to compete with international grades trained in strict academic research tradition. That's all for me. Thank you for your special attention. And the last I say, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I'm afraid because having a license does not always mean someone is a safe and responsible driver. A driving license is an official document that shows someone has passed a driving test. It means they understand basic traffic rules and know how to drive. I agree, because in real life, many people with a driving license still drive badly. Some people with driving rules do not follow things or drive too fast. This can cause accidents and put other people in danger. Driving is not only about passing a test, it also needs good attitude, discipline, and responsibility. A good driver must be careful, patient, and respect others on the road. Another problem is that not all driving tests are strict. Some people may get a license without enough practice or skill. This makes them not fully ready to drive safety. Because of these reasons, a driving license alone is not enough. People need more practice, awareness, and responsibility to be a good driver.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Today, I'm going to discuss the motion is cancel culture is an effective punishment for public figures. As the affirmative team, we believe that cancel culture can make public figures more responsibility for their own words and action. Public figures have a big influence on society, so when they make serious mistake, society has the right to hold them accountable. Therefore, we will explain why cancel culture can be an effective form of social accountability. We believe that cancel culture can be an effective punishment for public figures because it makes them more responsibility for what they say and what they do. Public figures have many followers and many people look up to them as role models. Because of that, their word and action can influence a lot of people. When a public figure says something offensive or does something wrong, cancel culture reminds them that their actions have consequences. This can make them realize their mistake, apologize, and try to do better. In the future, they will be more careful about their behavior because they know many people are watching them. Besides that, cancel culture helps society show that bad behavior should not be accepted. When a public figure discrimination or disrespectful comments, people can express their disagreement to criticism or by stopping their support. This shows that society cares about values like respect, kindness, and equality. In this way, cancel culture sends a clear message that harmful behavior is not okay and encourage public figures to become their example for their followers. In conclusion, I believe that cancel culture can be an effective punishment for public figures. It encourages them to be more responsible for their words and their actions. And it also shows that society does not accept harmful behavior. Because public figures have a big influence on many people, they should be careful with what they say and what they do. Therefore, cancel culture can help remind them to act more responsibly. That's enough for me. Thank you.
Oh,
Good afternoon, everyone.
afternoon.
I want to share my opinion. I would like to say that I agree with the statement. When students feel too much pressure when they have to take things, it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. Many students feel stressed, tired, and lost motivation. Second, not all students read their thesis very well. Some students use AI or copy from other source. Because of this, the thesis does not always show real ability. Third, many students only focus on finishing quickly, so they do not really learn from the process. Some people say that writing a thesis is important because it helps students learn research skill and critical thinking. They also believe it prepares students for the future. However, I think this is not always true. Not all students understand what they read, and some only follow instructions. In addition, the pressure can affect students' mental health. So even though it has some benefits, it is not always effective. In conclusion, writing a thesis should not be required for all students. It creates too much pressure and does not always show real ability. Therefore, universities should find other ways to evaluate students. Thank you.
Oke.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I will explain my opinion about this is should be determined from graduation department. Everyone, I strongly disagree with the motion that this is should be determined from graduation departments. This is an essential part of higher education because it trains students to think critically and conduct independent research. First, this helps students develop important skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and academic writing. These skills are valuable not only in education but also in professional life. Second, this proves that students are capable of completing a long-term project. It shows responsibility, discipline, and perseverance, which are important qualities in any career. Furthermore, research is one of the main purposes of higher education. Removing the disease will reduce the quality and credibility of academic institutions. So, this is not remain a graduation requirement because it plays a crucial role in shaping students' intellectual and professional abilities. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today, my opinion about driving list is not a final certificate that one is eligible to drive. I would like to agree with the statement that driving list is not always a final certificate that someone is eligible to drive. Although a person might pass a test, he does not warrant responsible behavior on the road. Many traffic accidents happen not because of lack of technical skill, but due to poor attitudes such as impacts, carelessness, and lack of awareness. Thus, qualities cannot always be measured through a driving test. This shows that driving alone is not enough to ensure safety. What truly matters is the driver responsible and vehicle while driving. In conclusion, a driving list does not fully respect a person with his drive safety. That's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Today, as our informative team, I would like to present my argument about sports should be put to our national curriculum. Sports should be integrated into our national curriculum. I agree because it goes beyond entertainment. It develops teamwork, strategic thinking, and practical problem-solving skills that is crucial in competition and modern career. Evidence says that countries like South Korea and Japan that incorporate sport record higher student engagement and international competition success. Thus, including sport in education, talent, disciplines, and future skill among students. Some people say that it can increase screen time and distract from something. However, to progress regular hours and emphasis disciplines, communicate and playing the skill are transferable to academic and professional life. Making sport are innovative ways to engage students while preparing them for modern career. So the conclusion from myself, integrating sport into the curriculum is a forward-thinking approach that develops intellectual and social skills. It equips students with relevant capabilities for the 21st century, fostering balanced growth and career readiness. That's all from me.
Yeah.